going on, my Trailblazing Nation? The Shooting Star Sheriff is here, and we are here with episode 6 of season 2 of My Hero Academia, or Boku no Hero Academia, whatever you would like to call it. And I feel like you need no introduction. You are the man, you are the myth, you are the legend. I am with Taylor, with TaylorMadeOtaku. Say what's up.
What it is, Trailblazers.
Yo.
Hope y'all have a wonderful day.
thank you. It's nice to have you on aboard on these episode reviews. As always, man. As always, it's nice to have you. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this week's episode. Because this week's episode was, I mean, as far as like last week's episode where we got a lot of action, this one kind of takes it a step back a little bit. We get a lot more exposition. We get to learn a lot. We get to learn a lot more about homie IcyHot, though. We get to learn about a little bit more about IcyHot, kind of like his whole IcyHot Toradoki, for those you do not know, and just a little bit more of his upbringing. Which I really want to do. I really want to get into it because actually the episode kind of just goes ahead and kicks off with where we left off with Izuku and Toradoki talking about their upbringing. And like, I don't know about you, but I feel like, I don't know about you, but I mean, just learning about Toradoki's past, especially like, you know, having his father being Endeavor and then his mother having ice powers, and just kind of like how even like Toradoki even came into existence. Like Endeavor literally was just like, he just wanted to marry her for her quirk, just so like Toradoki could just be a stronger version of his father. Like, I don't know, how do you feel about, because these two characters are completely separate on the spectrum. Like Izuku has been constantly supported by everybody. That's how Izuku has gotten as far as he had, is with the support of others. While Toradoki, he's literally been pushing. He's literally been pushing on his own. Like, how do you feel about just kind of like the whole contrast between these two?
Like, I feel bad for IcyHot. On something real, and as far as how I feel about his father, this is a family-friendly show, so I won't do that. I won't do that to you guys. So he's a bad father. Let's just say that. He's just a bad father. His mom is, if I remember correctly, his mom ain't much better. But as far as seeing where Deku came from and seeing what his life was like and everything he had to overcome personally, I like that they both had to struggle to get to where they are, but they struggled in different ways.
Yeah.
So I'm just sad about the whole thing.
No, I do like that you brought that up, that they did both struggle to get to where they are, but they did struggle differently. Whereas, I mean, like we said, Toradoki doesn't even use his flame. He doesn't even use his flame ability because that's how much he hates his father. Like, he only uses his ice. And as we've seen up until the show, up until this point, well, up until Deku kind of forced him to use his fire, but he's only used ice. IcyHot has only been icy. He has never been hot. I mean,
did he use it in season 1?
I don't think so.
I thought he used it in season 1.
I can't remember. Maybe he did. But I mean, to go forward with the episode just a little bit more, Toradoki speculates that Izuku is All Might's love child, which I wish he would have just ran with that. I really wish he would have just ran with the whole love child thing. That would have been great. And then we do see that Bakugo is listening in on the conversation between these two the entire time. And I think the biggest takeaway from the whole conversation, the whole back and forth, is that, you know, Toradoki wants to fight Izuku because he's like, you know, you are what All Might is, you know, if All Might's so interested in you, then if I take you down, then it's kind of, you know, then my father will like recognize me or whatever. So for Toradoki, it's very personal, but for even for Izuku, I like it. I love the scene where he's like, he's like, I don't really understand like everything that you're going through, but I will, I'm gonna challenge your feelings head on because I've had people to support me my entire way here, and I can't let those people down. So, for those reasons, I have to win as well. So, like, it's one of those really cool. It's really, I don't want to say this, but because I feel like it's very cliche. But you know how everyone's like, it was like, oh, it felt like a little Naruto Sasuke moment or whatever. But, like, I just like that it's two different people's ideals and beliefs. And, and they're just going to clash in the battlefield, which that's what leads into the whole next section of the sports festival, which is actually the battle arena, or which is actually the one-on-one man tournament, which was really cool. Which we did have some people drop out of it, which we'll go more into that later. But basically, the next section of this is the man-on-man tournament, and basically everybody who won the first four. The first four teams won, are pretty much all the contestants for the one-on-one tournament. We do have some people drop. We do have some people drop out for weird specific reasons, and we pretty much get our whole lineup roster, and it's pretty much Izuku versus the purple hair guy. Do you remember his name, cuz?
I do not remember his name.
The guy who looks like he be on a lot of that good. But anyway,
yeah, like,
his eyes
the only
real
thing
low.
I remember about him was he was in the not professional course, and he was trying to get into like the hero course.
Of course, yeah.
That's literally all I remember about him.
But he got the purple hair. His eyes real low, so he look like he on that good. But anyway, like I said, like I was saying, he's paired up with Izuku for the first match, and Toradoki I forgot who Toradoki was fighting, but
he was fighting Uraha.
Oh yeah. No, I thought Bakugo was fighting Uraha.
Wait, no. Toradoki.
I forgot who he was fighting. I think
they never said who IcyHot was fighting.
Okay. So
I don't think so.
IcyHot has a contestant he has to fight, and Izuku has a contestant they have to fight in the first round. But if they both win, Izuku and IcyHot would be fighting each other in the not the preliminaries, but the what's after preliminary? It's like preliminaries, and then it's like what, semifinal? No, it's not semifinals. I think it's still preliminary rounds, right? I forget how the bracket system in a tournament works. You have the preliminaries, which is everybody starting off, and then
that was like the qualifiers, then the preliminaries.
Oh, qualifiers.
Then like the
semifinals, and then
the semifinals, and then the finals.
Okay, so preliminaries, whatever you guys want to call it. So basically, if Izuku and IcyHot both win their respective matches, then those two would be facing up against each other next. So even Izuku does mention at this point, he's like, wow, we're going to fight each other even sooner if I win these fights. Which Izuku looks at his contestant, and his contestant like asks him a question. And then homeboy in his class, OG, it started with an O. We're going to call him OG because I can't remember. And I know it starts with an O, and I know there was a J in it. So whatever, OG. He tells him not to answer his question, which I thought that was really, really weird. He just walks off. And then he was trying to get him to explain it, where he tries to talk about it, but I guess he doesn't get to explain it fully. And because then we really jump, and then after that, everyone's kind of relaxing. The UA girls are in they're in cheerleading outfits because of Mineta, which I don't see how they keep falling for that. How do they keep falling for that?
I don't know. But I'm glad they fell for it.
So we get to see all the girls of Class 1A, in their in cheerleader outfits, which yay or nay. Actually, Urika was fighting Bakugo in the lineup, and Bakugo's like, "I'm fighting Urika," and Urika like freaks out. She's like, "Oh god."
I mean, she's like, now she has to fight the saltiest dude since Vegeta. Like,
I mean, I feel bad for her.
That's an interesting fight, though. I'm really looking forward to that fight now.
If we get to see it, that'd be really nice to see.
I mean, we got 20. I think it's scheduled for 25 episodes.
So I'm trying
We got time.
We got time, but I'm trying to remember how the chapters play out to see if we see it or not. But I've read the manga. Taylor over here hasn't, but I try not to jump too far in the future for spoilers, or I try not to talk about those as much. But as we say, like everyone relaxes, they're kind of having fun. You know, there's like a whole like festival part. You know, the festival part, everyone's like relaxing, playing games, and then the actual one-on-one tournament starts. And then the first match is actually you know, Izuku versus the purple hair guy. I'm gonna remember. I forgot his name, and people in the comment section will be like, "Oh, his name is this," and I'll be like, "Cool, I remember because you know this was like literally recorded like the day after or whatever, and then I figured it out later. But whatever, whatevs. But
Thanks.
But thanks in advance for those who told me his name in the comments. Say it now. Just say it now. Show him the love now. But but pretty much, after a few encouraging words from All Might to tell him, you know, to just do your best and, you know, give it everything you got. It's Izuku versus that purple hair guy with his eyes real low. And basically he does the same thing. He asks Izuku a question, but I think the thing is like he kind of pushed like one of Deku's buttons, because he was like, "Oh yeah, man, he quit. He must not be a real hero." And Deku's like, "What did you just say?" And then he answers him, and then Deku literally he literally stops, and he like blacks out, and everyone's like, "Yo, the fight just started," and Deku just literally just blanked out, and that's literally where the episode ends. So, I mean, cuz, did you have any you know, just extenuating thoughts from the episode, or just anything you wanted to just throw in there?
For an episode that had no fighting in it, this was real lit.
Really was.
It was fun to watch, and I now have a new character that I hate, and IcyHot's dad. I mean, who turns down coffee with All Might because you jelly? Like,
yeah, because he jelly because he the number one hero.
Like, what kind of this dude has that type of ambition and that much salt in his system to where he wants to be number one so bad, and he wants to be All Might so bad that he literally married his wife just for her quirk to mix with his to make an OP son, then pretty much train his OP son to be super OP in a fight, and his son still like is just like, bro, like, why am I here? But now he's like, I hate you. I don't want to use your half of my quirk, so I'm just gonna use all my ice powers, and I'm gonna win and be number one. And it was like it's a cool little thing that they're doing over there. I don't like it, but it's cool. It's cool. It's a good story. I'm just not fond of the story because it makes me angry.
Yeah, I mean, I think anything with like parents that don't like listen, or like don't you know, pay more attention to their kids. I don't, you know, like I personally don't like those kinds of stories because those make me kind of salty. But I mean, as far as it's going, it really is an interesting episode. And next week we'll see Deku face off against this guy, and hopefully he clinches the win, because you know, Deku or Izuku versus IcyHot is kind of what everybody wants to see now. So if you guys did like this episode, or if you enjoyed the episode, or anything My Hero Academia related, go ahead, smash that like button. And if you want more My Hero Academia content, or you want to see more episode reviews, go ahead, hit the subscribe button and hit the little bell thingy, so you can be notified whenever, you know, I do any video that I upload, or My Hero Academia. So thank you again, Taylor, for jumping on this episode with me, dog.
No problem.
And we's about to bounce up out of here. If you want to check out my cousin's channel, it's going to pop up somewhere at the here at the end. So definitely check him out. We're actually talking about Attack on Titan Season 2 over there. So if you like Attack on Titan and you want to hear our thoughts, jump over there as well. But anyway, I am Sheriff, and me and Taylor are about to bounce up out of here. Peace!
Peace.